Have you ever looked around at your friends, your neighbors, or even your own reflection and thought, why are some people still thriving well into their 80s, while others seem to fade? The truth is, aging doesn't look the same for everyone. Some people slow down, give up certain movements, and accept limitations. But others, they keep doing things that most 80-year-olds simply can't. And that's where today's video begins. Because if you're someone who's still able to do even a few of the things we're about to talk about, you're not just lucky, you're extraordinary. You're showing signs of aging in reverse. These aren't miracles. These are measurable, meaningful, physical abilities that reflect strength, balance, and resilience. And they're directly linked to longer, more independent lives. You might be surprised how many people lose these skills without even noticing. They don't fall apart overnight. It happens gradually, until one day getting out of a chair or carrying groceries becomes harder than it used to be. In this video, we're going to uncover 8 specific things most 80-year-olds can no longer do. If you still can, even just a few, you're not just surviving, you're aging backward in the ways that truly matter. Stay with me until the end, because the last one is often overlooked, but it just might be the strongest sign of all. Now, let's get started. Most people think that once you hit 80, it's all downhill. Slower steps, weaker hands, foggy memory. They say, that's just how it goes. As if decline is a fixed part of the aging process. But here's the truth. Much of what we accept as normal aging is actually preventable, and in many cases, reversible. You see, the body doesn't suddenly give up at 80. What happens is often the result of years of disuse, not age itself. Muscles weaken because they're no longer challenged. Balance fades because it's no longer trained. Flexibility disappears because the body hasn't been stretched in weeks, months, or even years. The same goes for memory, for mood, for motivation. We've been told to expect less as we grow older, move less, do less, risk less. But that mindset, while well-meaning, is quietly dangerous. It leads to fear-based living, where people slowly shrink their world until one day they stop doing the very things that were keeping them alive. But there's good news. Some people break this pattern. They move differently. They age differently. They stay active, stay sharp, and stay involved in ways that most people think are no longer possible after 80. In the next section, we'll go through 8 specific actions, each one a powerful signal that your body and mind are still fully online. If you can still do them, you're not just aging, you're aging in reverse. Let's take a look at the first one. Thing 1. You can get up from a chair without using your hands. It might seem simple, even ordinary, but your ability to stand up from a chair without using your hands is one of the strongest indicators that your body is still aging well, and in some ways, aging in reverse. Why? Because this single movement involves your legs, your core, your balance, and your coordination. It shows that your lower body muscles are still strong enough to support you without help. And it's not just about strength, it's about independence. For many older adults, standing up from a seated position is the first place where weakness quietly creeps in. At first, it's just a little push off the armrest. Later, it becomes a full effort just to rise. But if you can still rise smoothly without needing to push off with your hands, you're holding on to something incredibly rare, functional power. Take Eleanor, 82. She always thought she was doing fine until one day she caught herself leaning heavily on the table just to stand. It felt like nothing until she fell a week later trying to get out of bed. That's when she started strengthening her legs again. Just 10 minutes a day with seated leg lifts and slow squats. Within weeks, she was standing on her own again and smiling while she did it. So the next time you stand up from a chair, take note. Are your hands doing the work, or are your legs still in charge? If you can do this without help, comment 1 below, because that's a rare gift after 80, and one worth protecting. Sig 2. You can walk at a brisk pace without getting winded. How fast you walk might reveal more about your future than any blood test. Research shows that walking speed is closely linked to longevity. In fact, studies have found that older adults who maintain a brisk walking pace tend to live longer and stay healthier while doing it. Walking briskly isn't just about going fast. It's about cardiovascular strength, lung capacity, balance, and energy. It means your heart is pumping well, your muscles are working efficiently, and your body isn't running on empty. Think about your own walks. Can you move with purpose? Could you catch a bus if you had to? Or do you find yourself slowing down, pausing, even avoiding longer walks altogether? Take Leonard, 79. He'd always been active, but lately his pace had slowed. "I thought I was just being cautious," he said. Then one day he couldn't make it around the block without stopping to catch his breath. That's when he knew something had changed. He started small, just walking to the mailbox a little faster each day, then around the corner, then 2 blocks. Within a month, his pace had improved, and so had his confidence. Because walking speed isn't just about mobility, it's about resilience. The faster you move, the more alive your systems still are. So here's a simple test. Can you walk 10 to 20 feet as if you're late for something without feeling breathless or unsteady? If you can, comment 2 below. Because that's a powerful sign that your heart, lungs, and body are still working in sync and that you're aging in reverse. You can balance on one foot for at least 10 seconds. It may sound like a childhood game, but your ability to balance on one foot is a serious marker of how well your body and your brain are aging. Balance isn't just about not falling. It's a combination of your muscles, your inner ear, your vision, and your brain, all working together in harmony. And when any of those systems start to slip, balance is often the first thing to go. That's why people who can still balance well into their 70s and 80s tend to live longer, stay more independent, and recover faster when challenges come. Try it right now. Stand near a countertop, lift one foot a few inches off the floor, and see if you can hold it without wobbling for 10 seconds. If you can, that's remarkable. Let's talk about Judith, 81. One day, while brushing her teeth, she realized she was leaning hard on the sink. She couldn't balance on one foot without grabbing something. That quiet realization scared her more than any doctor visit. So she made a change. Every morning, she practiced standing on one foot while brushing, holding the wall at first. Within weeks, she didn't need support. Her confidence grew, and most importantly, she stopped fearing every step. Good balance helps prevent falls, the #1 cause of serious injury in older adults. But it also reflects the strength of your nervous system and the sharpness of your reflexes. If you can stand on one foot for 10 seconds or more, type 3 in the comments. That kind of control and connection between body and brain means you're doing far better than most your age. Sign 4. You can get down on the floor and back up without help. It might sound like something only young people or athletes can do, but your ability to get down on the floor and then get back up without assistance is one of the clearest signs of total body health. This movement engages your legs, core, arms, balance, flexibility, and coordination. It's not just about strength, it's about how well all your systems work together. And if you can still do it after 80, you're part of a very small group. Many older adults begin avoiding the floor altogether. Not because they don't want to be there, but because they're afraid they won't be able to get up again. And that fear over time becomes limitation. It leads to more sitting, less mobility, and declining confidence. Let me tell you about Frank, 83. One afternoon, his great-granddaughter wanted to play a board game on the carpet. Frank hesitated, not because he didn't want to, but because he wasn't sure he could get back up. That moment hit him hard. So he began a daily routine of slow squats, seated leg lifts, and even practicing gentle kneeling and rising movements by his bed. Within a few weeks, he wasn't just able to get down and up. He did it with pride. If you avoid the floor, ask yourself, is it because your body can't or because you've stopped trying. If you can still get down to the floor and back up without help, type 4 in the comments. That's a powerful signal that your body hasn't forgotten how to move and that you're aging with strength, not surrender. You can carry a full grocery bag without struggling. Carrying a bag of groceries may seem like a small thing until the day it becomes difficult. Your ability to lift, carry, and manage daily loads is more than just convenient. It's one of the clearest signs that your muscles, joints, grip, and coordination are still working together with strength and stability. As we age, muscle mass declines, especially in the arms, back, and shoulders. But when you can still pick up a grocery bag without shifting your weight, grimacing, or needing help, you're not just strong, you're functional. And that's a powerful thing. Meet Walter, 80. For years, he prided himself on carrying all his groceries in one trip, just like he did in his 40s. But then, little by little, the bag started feeling heavier. One day, he had to stop midway up the stairs to rest. That was his wake-up call. Instead of giving up, he started small strength routines, squeezing a tennis ball for grip, using light dumbbells, even doing wall push-ups. Within a month, the strength returned. And so did his confidence. Carrying groceries taps into your core, arms and legs, and even your heart and lungs. It's a full-body signal of aging well. If this task has stayed easy for you, don't take it for granted. If you can still carry a full bag of groceries without stopping or shifting awkwardly, type 5 in the comments. That strength is rare after 80, and it means you're still more capable than most. 6. You can climb a flight of stairs without stopping. Stairs don't lie. They're one of the most honest tests of your heart, lungs, legs, and overall stamina. If you can still climb a flight of stairs without stopping to catch your breath or grabbing the railing for support, you're doing far better than most people your age. Why? Because going upstairs is a compound movement. It requires leg power, balance, cardiovascular strength, and steady breathing. Every step upward is a quiet conversation between your body and gravity. And if you can still win that conversation, your systems are aging in harmony. Let's talk about Irene, 82. She'd stopped using stairs after a mild fall 2 years ago. Elevators became her default. But during a visit to her daughter's home, the only bathroom was upstairs. Climbing them left her breathless and embarrassed. That moment changed everything. She started small. Just 3 steps at a time using the railing, then 5, then a full flight. After a few weeks of daily practice and breathing exercises, she regained her endurance. More than that, she reclaimed her pride. Doctors often use stair climbing as a quick test of cardiopulmonary health. If you can go up 10 to 12 steps without needing to stop, that means your heart is pumping strong, your lungs are delivering oxygen, and your muscles are still cooperating. If you can climb a flight of stairs without stopping or feeling winded, type 6 in the comments. It's not just a sign of strength. It's proof your energy and vitality are still powering your life. Sign 7. You can remember recent conversations and events clearly. Many people assume that memory loss is just part of aging, but that's only partly true. Occasional forgetfulness happens to everyone. But if you can still recall what you had for dinner last night, the details of a recent conversation, or something a friend told you last week, your brain is aging far better than most. Clear memory isn't just about remembering names or dates. It's a sign of strong brain circulation, healthy neurons, and active mental engagement. It means your cognitive pathways are still sharp, your nervous system is working well, and your brain hasn't slowed down, even if the world says it should have. Let me tell you about Howard, 84. He was quiet, soft-spoken, but sharp as a tack. He remembered birthdays, old addresses, even the names of classmates from 70 years ago. When asked how he stayed so mentally sharp, he said, "I stay curious. I read. I talk to people. I never stop learning." Howard's brain stayed sharp because he kept using it, and that's the secret. Memory, like muscle, improves with use. Reading, Talking, writing, playing games, solving puzzles, all of these are like exercise for your brain. And when you stay socially and mentally active, your brain responds by staying flexible, focused, and strong. If you still remember recent details, names, or conversations clearly, type 7 in the comments. That kind of mental clarity is a quiet superpower. And it means you're not just getting older, you're staying sharp, awake, and deeply present. Unlike tree daily action steps that don't wake you up feeling rested and ready for the day, sleep changes as we age, but waking up refreshed is still one of the most powerful signs of overall health. If you're over 80 and still rise in the morning feeling clear-headed, steady, and ready to begin, your body is sending you a message. I'm still healing. I'm still strong. You see, sleep is when your body repairs, your brain resets, and your immune system recharges. Poor sleep can accelerate aging, raising the risk of heart disease, memory loss, and depression. But good sleep, it slows aging down. It protects. Let's talk about Ruth, 86. She'd begun waking up groggy, needing naps during the day. Her doctor ran all kinds of tests, but found nothing serious. Then a simple shift changed everything. She dimmed the lights an hour before bed, stopped watching TV after dinner, and opened the curtains in the morning to get natural light. Within 2 weeks, Ruth's sleep improved, and with it, so did her mood, memory, and energy. She didn't need more medicine. She needed better rhythm. If you still sleep soundlessly, falling asleep within 30 minutes, staying asleep most of the night, and waking up naturally, you're doing better than most. That means your hormones are balanced, your nervous system is calm, and your body is still working like it should. If you wake up feeling refreshed most mornings, type 8 in the comments. That's not just luck. It's a sign of deep cellular health. And it means your body hasn't forgotten how to heal. If you've made it to this point in the video, take a moment. Because what we've just walked through isn't just a checklist, it's a reflection of your life, of your strength, of how deeply your body and spirit have carried you. So many people believe that after 80, everything must slow down, wear out, or fade away. But the truth? Some of the strongest, most resilient people are those who keep showing up, who keep moving, who still laugh, still lift, still balance, still remember. Still wake up each day with purpose in their heart. If you recognized yourself in even a few of these 8 signs, you are not just surviving. You are defying the odds. You are proof that aging doesn't always mean decline. Sometimes it means deepening, strengthening, becoming more aware, more present, more alive. And even if you notice some areas where you've slipped, that's okay. Awareness is power. Every day is a new chance to rebuild what time tried to take, because strength can return, balance can be retrained, memory can sharpen, purpose can be rediscovered, and healing can begin again. So wherever you are in this moment, know this: you're still here, you're still capable, and you're still becoming. If this video spoke to you, if even one of these signs reminded you of your own strength, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Leave a comment below and tell us. Which sign resonated most with you? What's one small thing you'll start doing today to stay strong, sharp, and independent? Your words might inspire someone else who's quietly struggling. And your presence here? It matters more than you know. Thank you for spending your time with us today. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep moving forward. Because aging doesn't have to mean fading. Sometimes it just means rising again and again.